Good morning. This is my first art post of 2024. Happy New Year to you. I started it in 2023, but unfortunately I couldn't finish it till this morning when I did the top varnish on it and let it dry and signed it, all of that. Anyway, it's entitled Fragmented because when it comes down to it, we're all bits and pieces of our life experiences. So if you look at the painting itself, a little my inspiration for it, the core of the butterfly, the little colorful puzzle pieces. Well, that's my earliest childhood memories. The church stained glass windows, which they inspired me to be kind to one another and to be artistic. And then if you look at the little white section, that's reminiscence of Wonder Bread, because the first thing I learned to cook or to make were peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It had to be Wonder Bread with the crust trimmed off. It had to be Peter Pan creamy peanut butter, and it had to be Welch's grape jelly. And then if you look at the little black mosaic area there, the first artistic thing I learned to crochet when I was very, very little, and was the granny square afghan. I know you all have one with the little colorful squares and they're put together with a little black yarn. Everybody's got one of those afghans that a grandma or somebody made for me. Well, I made one myself when I was, before even kindergarten. And now let's look at the backdrop of it. It's kind of earthy, it's kind of somber, but I talked about my earliest memories. My latest discovery was when my mother was in the nursing home. She was with dementia. I couldn't care for her here. It was too dangerous. But for her and for my family, anyway, she revealed to me that there had been a child between my brother and me. She had had a miscarriage, and she had always hoped that I had been a boy. I should have been the good son, because, I've told you about my brother. He had committed suicide, and he kind of was a little mess up. But anyway, so the dark areas represent the fact that as a child, I had to wear my brother's hand-me-downs. And I always thought that was kind of sad. She made me pretty little church dresses, smock dresses for church. But other than that, I wore my brother's hand-me-downs everywhere. His little scuffed-up shoes, his little holes in the knees, little jeans from Sears and Roebuck. You look today at things, and you have mothers that dress their girls like boys or the boys like girls. I didn't realize at the time. I just went outside and played rough and ready because that's how I wanted to play. But my room was always painted yellow or blue. I always asked for it to be pink, but she never let me have a pink room. She always cut my hair in a little short, little pixie haircut. So if I think about it, she made me tough. She groomed the masculine side of me to be tough. And that's what's made me be able to live through the life experiences I've had to endure. My father died from a heart attack unexpectedly when I was just 13. My brother tried to commit suicide 7 times. He succeeded with a drug overdose 10 years ago. Within 6 months of that, my mother had passed away from Alzheimer's. So, and just about 5 years ago, my husband had a heart attack. Would have made a heart attack. But he had 5 cardio bypasses. He survived that. So life hadn't been easy for Miss Martha, but art gets me through it. You can just look at it and not listen to it. You could turn the sound off and just think, hey, that's a pretty painting. But I thought you might want to know the meaning behind the piece. Like I said, have a Happy New Year. Take from it my first inspiration, which is be kind to one another, that I got from the church stained glass windows. Be artistic and creative, that I got from the church stained glass windows. Learn to cook, that I got from the peanut butter and jelly from Wonder Bread. Learn to be creative and express yourself through a hobby, like I did with the crocheting. And you can shake off your origin roots of what people try to mold you into and become your own self. God bless. Thanks for listening.